Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 5 of Unmixed and Unmastered. And we have two guests here. One that is returning, and then one that is new. So, sorry, say again how I say your name.
Perreault.
Perreault. Okay.
Yeah.
So, would
The
you like
T
to
is
introduce yourself as your third time?
sure. I'm Perreault. I met these guys on like a Squid Discord because I heard they were doing like an album thing, and I never really did like a podcast like YouTube thing before, so I wanted to like give it a try and see if I liked it, because and I'm really glad this is the first album that I'm doing because it's like for the first time, you know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like what a coincidence. And yeah, this is like probably an album that's like really important to me because like this album kind of like blew my mind. It kind of like introduced me to like a lot of the underground stuff and like the windmill scene. Because like yeah, I never really like in 2021 when I was like in high school, I never really heard music like this except for like Black MIDI. So it really just like kind of changed my perspective a lot and got me it actually got me closer to meeting like all these people. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't
Yeah.
meet any of the band members. I live in Canada, so.
Yeah, wait, actually, I live in Canada too. It's funny.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
True North strong and free.
Wait, where? Sorry. Oh.
True North strong and free.
Yeah, and Koza, you chose this album to do because I think we kind of wanted to. Could you explain why, and why not the other ones from Black Country New Road?
Oh, sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
we chose this one because to me it's like the best one. I know Ends from Up There is like considered like the masterpiece, but I really like the sound of For the First Time. It has this rawness and the darkness in the lyrics that we'll see later, I guess. But it's really great. Great album.
Yeah,
mhm.
I agree.
Yeah, and this is my favorite one too. So this is a perfect one to go on. Yeah,
Mhm.
and for those that are uninitiated, can you guys explain like who these guys are and
Um,
like where they come from?
well, they were a seven-piece. They're a six-piece now. They were a part of like a really influential scene in the UK called the the windmill scene, not the British scene.
The
And
windmills.
which was like the windmill was like a bar, right? And it was like where a lot of these like underground bands like performed. And they gained a lot of traction like online on like websites like Rate Your Music and all that because they had this like really cutting edge like sound, and
hmm
it's like they had a lot of influences but they were like entirely unique, and yeah, a lot of people went crazy for them. But anyone else can continue.
Yeah, and yeah, they're like a part of that windmill scene with like Black Midi and Squid,
Yeah,
obviously.
Squid.
And before they were Black Country New Road, they were Nervous Conditions. I don't know really
Right.
like
And
who
Yes.
they are. Can you guys explain maybe who Nervous Conditions are?
um I think it was without Isaac. I think it was with like a different singer-songwriter, but
No,
then he got like
there was
um
Isaac in the band, if I remember correctly. I'm
oh,
not
I don't know.
really much into. I never really listened to this
No,
band
me neither.
before. I think I gave a listen or two to Nervous Condition. It was weird because they were like more than 70. I don't know how you can manage a band with more than 7 member. But yeah, it didn't last long, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I think
Didn't
because
somebody
of
get like
some
kicked out?
allegations.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Be- Yeah, and what were some of the songs that like they gained cult following? Because I know it was the like the sunglasses one, the original version.
Yeah.
That was a really huge one for them.
And then there was Athens, France, like the original,
Mhm.
because it was on Speedy
There was
Wonderground.
another version, yeah.
Oh, there was another version of
On,
Athens, France. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good to know.
yeah, on Speedy Underground, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, yeah, let's look into more of the album. So
Okay.
so this album is 40 minutes long, and it's comprised of like some like really big tracks compared to for like or what is it, Ants from Up There, and
Yeah.
yeah, like what do you guys think of the cover art? Because we know that like for the branding of this, it was all comprised of stock images mostly, and even in the music videos, we'll see
Yeah.
in there. Like, what do you guys think about that? And
I don't know.
why would they choose that?
like an interesting decision for sure. I don't know. It kind of like fits a little bit in some odd way. Like I don't know. Like it just like makes a little bit of sense, but it's also like kind of strange too. It's hard to
He's
articulate.
looking bad at the album.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
got that album. Don't mean to flex, guys.
Yeah, I have it on
Great.
CD here, and yeah, like even in the booklet, there's like all these stock images. At first I thought this was like just like the band like photos that they were using,
Right.
but
I got the booklet too. I'm gonna actually
yeah.
take this down. Yeah. It's-
Dang, the vinyl.
Next, this is we got like all these dudes here.
Mhm.
Yeah. I wonder like who's in like so it's just like these are literally like stock images, aren't they?
Yeah, they
Like
are,
from like wow.
and yeah,
Um
and they're all from like this like website Unsplash, which is really
right.
interesting.
And they're buying like this it's like this Instagram handle or something. Or like
Mhm.
maybe it's Twitter. That's like ASAP Roth. I never actually like went to go like see that account, so I don't know what they got going on over there.
Yeah,
But
from like the interviews that I've watched of it, I think the reason why they did this is because like so that you would focus on the music instead of like
oh right.
everything else, which is
That
pretty
makes a lot
interesting.
because yeah, the music there's definitely a lot of stories in here that they really want you to like pay attention to.
Mm.
It's a lot of storytelling happening.
Oh wait, did Kota lag out? Oh.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay.
All I see is that
We see him.
alligator chopper.
Yeah, I just see an alligator.
Oh funny.
Yeah,
Yay, you're back.
and I mean also I think
Sorry.
it like because what Kota described it, it's a really like raw energy, right? And I feel like
Oh,
honestly, like I think the stock images kind of add to it. I don't know. I don't know if that
you
makes
know what?
sense.
That honestly
Yeah, I
kind of
think
makes sense because it's like I don't know, like I feel like with the lyricism, like like Isaac changed a lot of like the lyricism for like
yeah.
certain songs because like in the single versions they were like pretty like personal. Like I'll get into like the sunglasses things where he like changes the line like the Isaac fuck me line.
Hmm.
So maybe it's just
Yeah.
like to make it more, I don't know, like general, make it feel like more it's like the album's more of like like a story. Like it's more like an anthro what's it what's like like anthology kind of. I don't know.
Wait, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you mean by
It's like
anthology.
basically, you know, Black Mirror, how like each episode's like a completely different like story and
Hmm.
plot
Yeah.
line.
Oh,
That's
okay.
kind of what I was like getting. Although some of the tracks on like um this album are like pretty personal too. Like I'd say um on
Hmm.
track X.
I, I think the 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 stock images and the lyricism is more connected. There's an idea that it's about every people. Like if we listen to the songs, the theme that I talked about are really people, and so the stock images add to it. It can be anyone. It can be
Showcases different people.
anyone can relate to
Yeah.
it. Exactly,
That's
anyone
just
can relate to it. It shows personality, different way of thinking. Yeah,
Yeah. And when you guys like okay, wait, actually first, they were on like a label called Ninja Tune and they're kind of like electronic jazz. Like people like
yeah,
floating points and like are on there. And I actually think it really makes sense why they would choose this label. Cuz I think they would just always stick out like
true.
in
Yeah,
my
no
mind.
matter where they were,
Like
because they're just the sound was so unique.
like if they went on like like an indie rock like label like it would just be the same. Like we'll talk about that in the same way as this. But yeah, like when you guys first like listened to it, like what were your first like experiences? Maybe.
Um,
uh, yeah, very strong feeling, very powerful with each track. Just it's a big crescendo almost each time, going from something really soft and slowly getting to something really powerful with almost every track. Only Athens Friends and Track X don't do that.
But especially the other tracks like Science Fair, really like
Yeah.
powerful and like a lot of imagery, I think, in those tracks.
Yes. He doesn't
remember
shy
one-
away from being very descriptive of the scene.
Hmm.
it's a lot of like really vivid like imagery, and that's what I like love about like Isaac's lyricism. And when I first listened for the first time, like I was just like I was kind of blindsided. Like I didn't really know what to think. Like I remember listening at Sunglasses and being like, I never heard music like that before, so I was like, what? I didn't even know what to make of it. Like I had no idea what it was. Like, and eventually, like I listened to it for the first time and I loved it, and I just kept listening to it because something about it was just so like addictive. But like even though the songs were so long and like the stories were so like descriptive, something about it just like there was just like kind of like this kind of magic about it. It was just like it was so fresh. It was like such like a breath of fresh air compared to like everything out there. It was really beautiful.
Yeah, for
And
me, like when I like first like listened to this, like Isaac Wood's like vocals, like he really like it feels like you're there, like watching from
oh yeah,
afar, especially on
so
Science Fair, which we're gonna get into. Like I
perfect.
just love the way he describes everything, and then he just walks out in embarrassment because he can't
Yeah.
perform in the Science Fair. Yeah. Do we have anything else to say? I mean, I also have like the critics here that,
All right.
and mostly everyone loved it except for the Independent. Do you guys think? Why would you guys think they would hate it or not like it
Like
as much?
they think it's like too pretentious or something. I don't know. They're like, oh, like they
Yeah.
think they're so much better than everyone else. These songs they don't go anywhere. It's too long. I don't know.
Hmm. But yeah, all around
Long
like
track.
yeah. Oh wait, sorry. What were you gonna say?
It's because of the long track. They didn't like it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
They are right to be wrong. I guess.
Yeah, you guys want to listen to a part of a track?
Yeah.
All right.
However you want, man.
Okay, yeah. So you chose Science Fair, and which is a really
Yeah.
good one. Why did you choose this one?
Because it's probably my favorite from Black Country New Road. It's the first song that I listened from this album, and I was like, damn, that's really a banger. I love the way it got from something really just a failed science fair to something really horrible, I guess. It's the end of the song is just absolutely gory vibe. I don't know how to describe it, but it left a mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's just play it, and then we can talk about it. All right.
I saw you undressing. It was at the Cirque du Soleil, and it was such an intimate performance. I swear to God, you looked right at me and let a silk red ribbon fall between your hands. But as I slowly sobered, I felt the rubbing of shoulders. I smelled the sweat and the children crying. I was just one among crowded stands. And still with sticky hands, I bolted through the gallery with collar stains on my best white shirt and nothing to lose. Oh, I was born to run. It's black country out there. It's black country out there. It's black country out there.
All right. Yeah, I always love that video because like some of the parts like they're trying to find the American football house. I think, right? Isn't that what they're trying to do? Or I swear to God, I heard that
I'm not
somewhere.
sure.
But yeah, like
Maybe.
really
I
good
don't know.
one. Yeah. So you were talking about like the ending part where you described it as gory. Can you expand upon that maybe?
Well, a sacred river fall between your hands. I don't know. It just the idea. It reminded me of Shining, maybe the scene where just there's a river of blood coming up, and there's something really. I think it talks about sexual abuse, I guess, because it didn't seem really happy because he sobered up and it felt the rubbing of shoulders, and then he started running because it was horrible, I guess. But
Mm.
the idea is terrifying. It's it and the way he sings it, it gives this hurt out on the song, and it shows just how much it gives intention and just adds more to the song. How much it's strong, and you almost feel scared of it.
Mm-hmm. See, that's an interesting interpretation because I always thought he just like he was so like embarrassed that he just left and like he's just like while he's leaving he's just describing like the the things that are like around him and like apparently it just
Yeah.
like bothers him a lot in that way. Yeah.
I guess it could be that as well, but the idea of Cirque of du Soleil and a crowded. It's crowded. It's like a party, and it's too he's too drunk to do anything, and so they uses him however they want, because they're the dumb people, I guess. But it gives a very dark vibe on the end of the song, like maybe a way to get revenge on the science fair that he failed and put someone's hair on fire, I guess.
Yeah.
One way to do it.
Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think the
know.
end of the song, he's like, I feel like he's just like so like overstimulated that like everything, like he's just like so stressed. He just like kind of wants this moment to end, and he's just like incredibly like everything, like every noise, like every smell is just so like overwhelming, and he just like wants to leave. So I'm kind of with a jury on like the fact he just like got embarrassed and left. Although I really like the interpretation of Coda. I really like how it's like you described it as gory, because it is like there's like a certain violence that's like kind of like in the instrumental because it's so like
Hard
intense. Like it
hitting.
sounds
Yeah.
like it sounds so dramatic, and it sounds like the biggest deal in the world. You know what I mean? Like these like they really like
Yeah.
there's a lot of drama in these songs, and I like that a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of interpretation
Mm-hmm.
as always. I love that when you can interpret it however you want. It brings a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because just the way that like Isaac just like his descriptions are just like so like exact, but they're kind of cryptic too. Like they leave like
Yeah.
gaps in.
They're so like universal,
Mhm.
but they're like also so like niche too. Like they apply to him like very specifically. They're very personal, but they can be like they have the ability to like connect with other people. And I think that's what makes his writing so talented. It's not too obscure where you're just like you don't really understand. Like there's no way to like relate to it. Like I feel like there's kind of something that everybody can sort of relate to, even though like it's very like jittery.
Mm-hmm. And even like sort of like even the band members like when they talk about Isaac Wood's like lyricism, they're not even sure themselves like what to like to think of it. So it's really like really personal to him, and
Mhm.
they're just playing.
It's like giving us puzzle pieces, but we never have the whole picture of it. Just we have to put it
You just
together
get the
by
fragments.
ourselves and try to make up the image just by the fragments it gives us. It's really fun to try to dissect everything that he sings about, and you must add the instrumental to it because it has a whole lot context.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of like breakup stories in some of the other songs like Track X and Sunglasses. Do you guys want to talk about
Right.
that?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
Love it.
let me get my book as well.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
let's go.
I forgot I had a lyric book. Jeez, I don't even need to pull up like any genius tabs here.
Man, you guys got the. I got the little page
It
here.
looks like pretty big. Like, jeez.
I got the big lyric book as well.
Oh, at least you got the
I have
lyrics
it.
too. I love it.
It's kind of a funny story because I got the album on vinyl. I bought it the day one of my ex-girlfriend, we were on distant relationship, and I went to see her, and she went with 19 of her friends, and after 30 minutes she went back, told me, "Man, I don't need you. Like, it's over." And I was really sad, and so this album felt pretty at the right place and the right time. So it was pretty funny to me. Yeah.
Crazy how music like comes out at like it just feels like some music like comes out like at a perfect time. Like
Yes, exactly.
you know, like it just feels like you're just kind of going through a lot of shit, and then just like like out of nowhere like an album drops. Like that happened to me. That's happened to me, and I think
Yeah,
that's really
same
big,
as. Yeah.
special.
So yeah, I love those coincidences. They're fun. So yeah.
Yeah. So,
Which
yeah.
song-
So you guys want? I think probably one of the most important ones is sunglasses, right? To talk about.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It's the core
one.
of the album, I think.
And yeah, like here, I got my little booklet. Let me flip through it. Okay, I cannot see it. It's too dark in my room. Here, I'm just gonna pull it up on Google. For me.
So yeah, Sunglasses is really cool to me because it's a song that looks a lot like this dissociation. Oh man, how am I supposed to say it? It's a dissociation of the world around us. It's like a character that lives off the back of his girlfriend or something like that. Like with the whole first verse where he talks about his girlfriend died and he just sits on the couch and he's just drinking whiskey and gin, more single malt whiskey a night, and doesn't seem to live really well and be happy like that. Well, I don't know.
I don't know where the perspective like shifts in the song because like when the breakdown happens, like I think it's like the middle-aged like man, but it could be like the same character. Like it could be like the character like starts off like young and then like
yes.
breakdown, like he's just kind of like lived through life and then he's realized like, oh God, I've come like what I've like made fun of. Like I literally am that type of person. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's true.
So wait, is there a perspective shift? Because when
I don't know.
when I look at it, I don't really see one. I just think of him as the same person.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. Like maybe it's like
the first verse is just him getting introduced to a new world, and then the second one is just fuck it, I'm wearing sunglasses, I don't care about everyone else. I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
And I think he talks about it like the sunglasses like gives him like a certain like confidence when he walks down the street.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because maybe it's because some says that the eyes are the reflect of the soul, and so with sunglasses, no one can look at his soul through his eyes. It's like he's hidden from everyone else, but it can still observe. There's something very perverse.
If nobody can see in your soul, then like how are you supposed to be known? Like how are you supposed to be loved? You know? And this character's just kind of blocking himself off from that.
It doesn't look like he cares a lot about it. He likes to watch other people. It's very weird and kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's like he's trying to like sound like badass, but like the instrumental is just so like anxious and like it's like it is like cool, but it's not like cool in like a yeah kind of way. It's more like
Yeah.
it's like wow, like this is like just crazy. This is just so like you don't even know what to feel. It doesn't feel right. Like it feels off. Like it's just I love how the music kind of reflects that. It's like Fox confidence. Is that how you say it? That word? I don't know.
Oh, like false confidence.
Faux confidence, yeah.
Faux confidence, yeah.
Or false confidence. I don't. Why did I have to say that? I'm just trying to sound cool, guys.
Yeah, it's all good.
No worries.
Like, yeah, there's always like anxious like energy in whenever like Isaac writes. It's just
Yeah.
like I don't know. It also just plays into like it feels like you're there like watching him watch other people.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like people watching.
Hmm. Yeah, and what about the ending part? What do you guys think about that? The leave Kanye out of this and like leave my daddy
Certain
job out of this.
line.
That's just his way of. I guess it's his style because in Ends from Up There he uses Billie Eilish style a lot as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
Here it's Kanye, so I guess that's a kind of a reference to the people he like and that inspires him. Or yeah, I think
Yeah, there's
looks like
there's a
it.
lot of references like even in the new
Oh, yeah.
album that just came out to like
I
pop.
haven't listened to that one yet.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I'm still
I've
wrapping my
listened to
head
a little
around
bit.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure like track X, like the title is supposed to be a Charlie XCX reference also.
Oh, right. Because track 10. That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And the cover for this song is like a girl dancing, so I guess it adds to it.
Yeah. You guys want to jump onto track X cuz I think also that's another important one to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind like in some ways maybe it kind of like connects to Sunglasses.
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But why not? It's
Oops. Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
love the ad.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But yeah, what do you guys
Wait, what?
think? Oh, because I have it on on my computer, the lyrics.
Oh, well, I gotta watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, but what do you guys think about it?
I really think it's like the weakest part of the album. I'm not a big fan of this song. It's nice. It's a little ballad in a way about a man loving a woman, but she doesn't seem to really notice him or care about his devotion to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talks about like I think there was like one line where it kind of like shows you like he's like just like really depressed, like because
Yeah.
of like
I thought about jumping in your face when you saw. I guess that's the line you think about.
I love how a lot of like the lines in this song, like they seem like they're like cut off. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like kind of the chorus when he says, "I guess in some way," like it kind of like represents how like he likes this like person, but like they don't like him back. Like he has so many words to say, but he just like can't get them out because like like she
Yes.
won't like listen to all of them, because she like it doesn't really care that much about him. And he's like he has so much to say,
Yeah.
but he can't say it.
yeah.
I like the interpretation. It's nice.
Also, there's like references to like Abraham and Isaac in the Bible, which is like interesting because like if you guys like don't know, it's like basically like in the Bible,
Yes.
like Abraham has a son, and then like his name's Isaac, and then he like goes to like sacrifice him, but then like an angel saves his son like right before he does it, because like God like
Yes,
commands
you're
him to do
right.
that, and he kind of has like
It's a
faith.
way because God asked him to sacrifice his son to prove his devotion to him. Yeah, another story.
Yeah, how do you guys think that would
you're right, man.
connect into track X? Because that's a good like reference there.
Maybe a way to say that he sacrificed a lot about himself to prove his devotion, and he thinks it's not that worth it now.
Devotion to her maybe.
Maybe he's like waiting for his angel, like he like has faith that like
Mm.
before like he sacrifices himself that it'll be like superseded by like some sort of like
Yes.
miracle.
Mm.
Since in the second verse he talks about jumping, so maybe he thinks that she's gonna save him at the last
Yeah.
second, like Isaac got saved. Yeah, I love the interpretation. It's really interesting.
Yeah, that's
Because
a
like
good
it
one.
kind of shifted from like him like jumping off like and killing himself into something a little bit more like interesting. So yeah, I never really thought about it that way, but once we started talking about it, it really just like there's still so much like nuance to these tracks. It's crazy. Like these could be like dissected for years and people would still find like new interpretations.
Yeah, we
Crazy.
talked about that in the Squid episode. Like you have to like
Yeah,
study. It feels like you have to study before.
it does.
Yeah, it's always the best part about the song when you have to study it and understand it. When you're not given the pieces, just try to make it out
Yeah,
yourself.
and I think I realize now like the music I like and like the lyrics like definitely like have that all in there, just like the cryptidness and all
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I think that's yeah, same with me. I like a little bit of a mystery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we were talking about the like edited version of Sunglasses. What do you guys think about that?
Right. I actually I pulled that up and took a read of that before the call today, and I think the most interesting change and like the most polarizing change a lot of people were like really pissed about was the fact he took out the "fuck me this time like you needed Isaac" line. Because
Mm.
like it was kind of like I don't know, it was kind of like because like the line like it before was about like it was about like a certain like antidepressant and that like kind of suppresses like sexual like intercourse, like it kind of like makes it a bit more difficult to do. And then like the next line is like, "So fuck me like you mean it this time, Isaac." It's very like visceral. It's a very like personal and like visceral image, and I think that he edited that because like I don't know, I feel like that was a very personal line, and like I feel like 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 as like a songwriter, you have every right to like dictate what's gonna be in your art and what you want to reveal.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So
Maybe it's the label that has the Isaac to change the lyrics because
true,
it was a
Could be.
little too explicit.
Yeah.
true.
But I really like the rawness of the first version, really personal.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And some of the, like
it's
the way he sings, like the lyrics, they're really like loose. Cause like in
yeah,
like Sunglasses, like it's kind of like I guess like I don't know. Just the way he says it is like really like clean in the
true.
and then
It's
like
more
you can tell it like it was like a first version kind of.
yeah. I like the
Mhm.
album version more, but I respect the single version a lot. But maybe that's because I listened to the album version first.
Yeah.
But
I prefer the lyrics on the single version, and I prefer the instrumental on the album version. I would like a collide of the two and have
yeah,
the lyrics on the album instrumental. It would be great because
yeah,
it just works so well.
Yeah,
I'm fine
yeah,
with
I
that.
like the lyrics and I want the performance of the album version. Yeah, like that, like
Yeah,
same as what Kota said. Yeah, and we can talk about like the instrumentals here. There's a lot of
yeah,
like
Mhm.
interesting instrumentals, like a lot of like jazz influence. Like I
yeah.
love like the brass instruments they play.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
especially in the end of Athens, France. It's so beautiful. It's like I literally like ascend at the end of that song because it's just like the saxes come in and it's just like feels very like post rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Very wonderful.
Yes.
I really like how the violin and the saxophone are just are a duo and they always are together. They
Yeah.
always are in the flow that I never uh, knew that there was a violin with the saxophone until I saw there was one.
Mm.
Because there was like they were like a big instrument. The two of them were combined and it made this beautiful sound each time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're so like they're such like a tight like they can like play so well together and like you can tell that they're like really like close too
Mm-hmm.
because like be able to like like I think it was a very good thing that they found each other. I think they're very like they're kind of meant to play with each other in some way. They just like complement each other so well instrumentally. I don't know.
Yeah. Like for me, like for the instrumentals, like I love the when they have the saxophone solos, like especially in
Yeah.
science fair, where
Oh yeah.
it's just like so like improvisational kind of, and just really like
I,
insane.
I think I prefer the solo on instrumental. It just
Oh
it's
yeah.
a bit more like I don't know, just the build up on instrumental, and then there's a saxophone solo that just
Yeah.
I ascend with this saxophone with this solo. It's just great.
Instrumental is pretty cool.
And that's the like a klezmer one, right?
Yeah, the klezmer. Also, it kind of sounds like a Nokia ringtone. That's what I noticed.
Wait, yeah, I
A
kind of get
Nokia
that.
ringtone.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, it has like I don't know the way that it just sounds. Yeah. But yeah, like we talk about like the post rock like and like jazz influences. Like where do these come from? Do you think like what bands were
Hmm.
they like listening to at that time to make this sort of stuff?
Oh, Slint for sure.
Oh yeah.
It
100.
must be Slint, because I saw a video on YouTube that just compares how Black Country New Road kind of took a lot of inspiration from songs of Spiderland,
Oh yeah.
if I said that correctly. But like, there's a lot of time where it just kind of sounds the same. So I think there's a big inspiration from them.
Yeah, and even in the lyrics, like because Spiderland is also very cryptic. Like when you listen to the
Yeah.
first song, like it's
Yeah.
the story that it tells is just really like the same thing as like Isaac Wood's like lyricism, kind of.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it was on like a lyricism level. I never realized that until now. Wow. That makes so much sense. I should have put it out on my wall today because it makes so
Yeah.
much sense now. It's finally out.
Expose
Wow.
expose it.
Yeah, and also like sort of the like, I don't know, like they also have like a post punk
Oh
style
yeah.
as well. I don't know
Mm,
what
It's
bands would they.
it's because of the Brexit. Must be
Yeah.
because of the Brexit. Yeah, a lot of every band got this punk style because of the Brexit, to show that they were angry at it, in a way.
Mm.
Like cultural, like their culture kind of like reflected the music a bit. That makes a lot of sense for like the windmill scene.
Yeah,
It does. It's like very
because
angry.
you, because you can notice that it kind of gets softer with the albums, and from there was a bit more softer, and this new one is really soft. Same for Squid, same for Black Midi.
You're
They
so right.
change the sound and get more soft, very harsh to soft.
Mm.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Also, they sound like this album. Hold on, they kind of sounds like the no wave scene, like a little bit. Like I don't know, like James Chance in in like the contortions. Fuck, contortions. A little bit because there's one song that kind of like reminded me of it because it's like it has like all like the anxious like saxophones, and also it kind of like a little bit kind of reminds me of King Cruel, like in like vocally maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes, a lot of sound coming. Yeah, the emotion in the singing. Yeah, absolutely King Crow. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love that you mentioned it, by the way. Really,
Yeah, King Cruel's amazing.
Yeah, I love King Cruel.
great artist. Love him.
Me
Yeah.
too. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and sort of like after this album, it was Ants from Up There, which was kind of
Yeah.
a little shift. But do you guys think it prepared you for from Up There in a way?
No,
No,
no
no,
way.
not a second. It's
Ants
like
from
they
Up
took
There.
track X and
Mm-hmm.
made an album in the vibe of track X, and I don't like track X. So I was not prepared for this album. I love it. I love Intro Up There. It grew on me, but I would have liked one more album in this grungy style. It would have been great.
Yeah. This album does like capture a certain vibe that I don't think is like gonna be really captured again because it's just like so
Yeah,
specific to the era.
Yeah,
yeah. And since Isaac left, it's
it's
Yeah.
kind
it's
of
always gonna be
complicated.
different. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um.
Yeah.
Hmm. Where do we go with this? I yeah.
Ants from Up There is just so much more personal than like I think it's so much more personal than for the first time. So it's like definitely it's like kind of like maybe a little bit of a lyrical shift, although it's like this, like it's definitely still Isaac.
Of
Mhm.
course.
Yeah. Yeah, and they kind of like they really play into like I guess the other stuff that isn't the guitar. Like they really like make it more grand in that album, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like choirs coming in It's From Up There. There's a lot of that in the place where he inserted the blade and basketball shoes. There's always a choirs and there's this more piano vibe. Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Really
even
grand,
in
like
live
you
at Bush
said it.
Hall, it like it's just like
No.
I know you have some opinions on from Bush Hall or live from Bush Hall.
Me?
Kota.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
okay.
To me, Isaac was like the core of the band, and I really don't like the new style. I really don't like it. I tried. I really tried, but I can't.
I liked Bush Hall. I think there was some really like beautiful, like there's still like really good musicians without Isaac, but I definitely agree that like it's like a completely different band without him. But I still think that it's like fair to call them Black Country New Road, because like I don't know, I just feel like I don't know, I just have a feeling. I can't explain it. But
Yeah.
I really love Turbine slash Pigs. I think that's a really beautiful song. That's definitely like it's like the lyricism is like so different, but I think that song is just like really crushing and beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I liked Live at Bush Hall, but
Yeah,
I
me
haven't
too.
listened to the new album yet, but I wasn't huge on the singles like Besties and Happy Birthday.
See, I don't know, cause I really liked Bush Hall, and I really loved like the singles from the new album, and I don't know, what always were like shocked me. I don't know, I don't really like Isaac's like vocal style or like voice. I feel like, and when listening to like the new stuff, I kind of like
You
I
find more to it.
yeah, I find more like it's just a better performance, but yeah.
That makes a lot
I
of sense.
wouldn't say that again, but
Isn't it
it's
Georgia?
opinion, man. It's opinion.
Mhm.
They just sing about different stuff and they do not about the same theme. So it's not something that hit me. I don't relate to it. I like sad music, and with Isaac it was like always sad music. It was great. Loved it every time. But it's not the same vibe without him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that of course. Like I'm not saying like the lyricism. I because I prefer Isaac Wood's like lyricism to like the new stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
But just like the performance and all that.
Okay.
But yeah, like, and we were talking about like I think shoot, I keep on forgetting how you say the name. Per,
Perreault.
Perreault.
I'll probably
Okay,
Poor
Perreault.
guy.
Okay, I'm sorry because it's just
fine.
really
Poor-
like when I look at the letters, it's like hard for me to like
Yeah.
pronounce.
You know, you can just call me Peely. I'll just change the name to Peely because that's what I am on Squidcord. So
Okay, Peely. All right.
yeah, Peely.
Yeah, and you
Like it.
and you said that like when we were talking about like the critics, like you think they think they would probably be like pretentious, and like what do you think
Yeah.
think about that? Like, is
I think that a lot of people call art that they don't understand pretentious. But I also think being like calling something pretentious can be like a good criticism because like, you know, there's definitely some art out there that's like very self-indulgent. Saltburn. But I think sorry, I just had to throw a shade. Um, but I feel like I don't know, like I feel like the criticism of like, oh, that's so pretentious, kind of like limits a little bit of like artistic potential because like some people like the way they express themselves isn't gonna be like the same as everyone else, and Isaac expresses himself within these lyrics very differently from like what we're used to when we like the kind of lyrics that we're used to hearing. So I just think that like maybe like it's not a matter of like it's objectively like pretentious or bad. It's just not for you.
mm-hmm. Yeah, because I left this like review, and I think it's really funny.
Oh,
Like
rate your music.
Yeah. And I always like whenever I like go on to like that site and then I click on for the first time, I always see this one.
Oh
And
my god.
it's just like it's just really funny. And I'll just read it. I've seen much more profound split your heart out poetry on the uncomfortably detailed posts of private Twitter accounts from hormonal 15-year-olds. At least if a post is too uncomfortable, I can just scroll away. But wouldn't it be messed up if you were forced to read it while some uninspired trumpety post rock blares on for much longer than it is necessary? Not to mention the neutered version of sunglasses.
Yeah. I love how he said God.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
what a disappointment.
Wow.
I don't think he liked the album very much.
Yeah,
No.
I think
That's it.
He's
But
brutal.
I don't think art is pretentious when you talk about yourself and you kind of talk about yourself in bad ways, because it can be pretentious if you just say, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm pretty cool. But Isaac always showed the very dark of everyone in a way, because it's really relatable. In a way, it shows how people can dissociate. Oh man, is it correct to say that?
disassociate.
the word
Yeah.
dissociate. Yeah,
Yeah.
people. Oh, people dissociate, and oh, you can make mistake, and you straits of crowds. It's not pretentious to talk about that. It's very. It just shows how vulnerable you allow yourself to be. It's. I think it's great.
Being vulnerable isn't pretentious.
Yeah,
You know?
and
Exactly.
Like people are just like a little scared of vulnerability, you know? Because like this, a lot of the lyrics are kind of like stuff that like I feel like people don't really talk about. You know what I mean? Like the kind of feelings that like we can't really like name, kind of like negative, anxious stuff. And I think Isaac really brings that to light very beautifully. And he always did. He always had a way with words.
yeah, what an amazing lyricist. Yeah, and
One of the best.
yeah, what are your favorite lyrics? Like,
On the album or
yeah, on the
like in
album.
general?
Sorry for
Wow.
bringing it out again.
Oh
the
my god.
booklet.
Yeah.
Alright, it's a big book. I can. There's a lot. There's a lot to see.
Okay.
Um. Hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna probably go with something off sunglasses. Ooh, wow. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say. Mothers juicing watermelons on the breakfast island, and with frail hands she grips the NutriBullet, and the bite of its blades reminds me of a future that I am in no way a part of. I think that's a really deep cutting lyric. Like,
Yeah.
it's very visceral because it's like you're cutting like the watermelon, and the watermelon's like kind of like a watermelon's like it's kind of like red. It's like equivalent to like maybe your like innards, so it's like kind of like that like the realization that like the bite of its blades reminds me of a future that I am in no way part of. Like it's kind of like it's a little gutting. You know, it's a bit visceral. I like it.
Yeah.
Very raw.
I think I'd stay on sunglasses as well. I would say leave your sertraline in the cabinet and burn what's left of all the cards you kept. Just like the way it sounds, and
Yeah.
all the it just shows medication, and people maybe the cards you left. I don't know. It just sounds well, and it's well sang. It's just everything that I like.
Yeah.
In one
Makes a lot of
sentence,
sense.
almost.
I'm trying to think of mine.
Yeah, I think I prefer the lyrics on As From Up There. It's more memorable because on this album there's a lot of lyrics that says a lot and not a lot at the same time. Yeah,
Wait, sorry for Ants from Up There.
yeah. From As From Up There, there's more lyrics that I could think of as my favorite
Oh,
lyrics
yeah.
on the album easily.
100%.
Yeah, I always liked I'm more than adequate. Leave my daddy's job out of this. I really like that one. Very like.
We're buddies. We're next to one to another. We're next to each other in terms of lyrics.
Yeah. Do you guys have any other topics? Because I think we ran out a little bit.
Well,
Isn't there's one that says, "Will this album be deemed a
Oh yeah,
classic?"
yeah. Okay, I forgot about that one.
These
And
ones in-
there's always this question.
yeah, I like this question.
Yeah.
Let's have a discussion about it.
Yeah,
Sadly,
It's like
Ants from Up There will become the classic. Is
100%,
already the classic,
literally.
Mhm.
but this
I
one
think this
will be. Oh, sorry.
I think this album will also be like appreciated like too as like maybe like more of it's like its own thing. Like I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, like my favorite album is like for the first time, like like I'm not a poser. Like I was like there at the start. Like a lot of people are gonna like try to be different with this pick. I think. Like
Mm.
this is gonna be the one
Yeah.
people are gonna be like
It's
oh
funny.
like.
I'm the first. I'm trying to be
But like if you
different.
do like this album more than Ants from Out There, like you're not trying to be different. Like I respect your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to, because you guys both said I'm not trying to like call you out. It's all good.
It it will be surely a classic for the underground era and the people that likes more punk sound, for sure.
But yeah, make
Yeah,
it quintessential.
I think it would be, but I don't know. Maybe people will like because the fusions of all these like different genres, like everyone's just gonna listen to like the classics of the genres that they have on this,
Mhm.
and like
Uh,
I don't know. I think like I also think Ants from Out There is probably gonna be the classic. Like as
Yeah,
time goes on,
yeah,
maybe the one.
of course.
and yeah,
It may not have won the Emmy, but it's the classic of
Yeah.
2022.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And do you guys think people will start bands because of Black Country New Road, kind of like a Velvet Underground
Yes.
type of thing?
Man,
Probably. I
of
think there
course.
already is.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think so, right?
For sure.
What's that? There's a band from Chile this year. What are they called?
Ooh,
Hesse something? Can
I think I know what you're talking about, but
I rated it. Let me see. They're called. 'Cause they're like Black Country New Road. Like a lot of like they give me a lot of for the first time vibes. Oh, it's Hesse Cassell Labria. I think that's how you pronounce
oh,
it.
okay, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
they came out with an album.
Yeah, like this year, and it's very long, but it does sound reminds me a lot of Black Country New Road.
Yeah, I need to wrap my head around that one. I haven't listened to it. Yeah.
I listened to it in the library one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think a lot of like the new windmill scene bands they're of course like influenced by like this like I something like there's like a band from the UK also that is like orchestra or something like has orchestra in the name. I don't know.
Oh, oh my God, Orchestra for Now? Is that they're called?
I think so. They like
They
released like an
released
EP this
EP.
year, right?
Yeah, I listened to it, but like I haven't gone back and listened to it again. But I probably should because I feel like I'd like the songs might like grow on me. But yeah, I liked what I listened to though.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting, very nice. That there's still the windmill scene's still going strong. There's still good stuff coming out there.
Yeah, I think it's really like the new like rock right now. Like
Hmm.
a lot of the stuff that's coming out is not like really like influential right now than like the windmill scene.
Yeah.
Maybe like whatever Geese is doing, the country.
Oh, Geese. Yeah, Geese. They're brilliant. I love Geese.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a lot of cool stuff with rock too.
Yeah, do you guys want to get into into a new song? In
Yeah.
and you chose Sunglasses.
Right. Yeah, I did. I did.
Yeah, and specifically the part the I'm invincible in these sunglasses. So
Yeah.
why that one?
Because I think it's such an iconic shift in the song. It's kind of like the second part. It's where everything starts to like crumble, but like it's supposed to be a moment of like confidence, but it's just like it just kind of fails to really like the sunglasses really fail to comfort this character. I just love how it's like shown through the music. And
Mm.
so many like brilliant lines, of course, like, I'm more than adequate, leave Kanye out of this. Like, it's just like he's kind of like bargaining with like how like, this like supposedly middle-aged dude is just like, like like I've done amazing things, like, you know, like I've like whatever, like I'm better than Kanye. I don't know. Maybe it's like a narcissistic kind of person. Who knows? Or maybe it's like someone who's like very mentally ill because like the line leave your sertraline in the cabinet, which is like I think it's a type of like antidepressant, and burn all the cards that you kept. It kind of sounds like, you know, they're like I'm getting off my meds, like I'm like, you know, I don't need them anymore. Like it kind of just feels like the beginning of like a really bad like episode or like a really bad like period of like struggle.
Mm.
Like it sounds like, you know, it's kind of like burning bridges a little bit. And yeah, it's just like it's like kind of like watching a building explode, but not in like, but it's like the characters like looking back. You know what I mean? Like it's not
Mm.
like they're like walking away without looking at it. It feels like it doesn't feel like cool. It feels like the horror of like if you were actually there and you'd be like, oh god, this building is exploding. Like I need to like move out of the way so I don't get hit with like debris, something like that. It's like it's
Like
kind of
from
like it's not
debris from like the character, right? Like he describes,
like no
or
from the like
oh,
if like the chunks of the building.
oh okay, sorry,
I don't know.
yeah.
It's that's I just came up with that, but yeah, I think I don't know. It's definitely like a bit ugly. It's not pretty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like
So
stereotypically cool.
yeah, any other thoughts before we play the track? Maybe.
Mm, let me see.
No.
I'll take a feel like scholars right now with our little Black Country New Road butts. Um, the last like line she sells chemtrails to the students at B-Dales. I try to free myself from the grip of shellac nails.
That first part, I don't really know what it means. Like the
Um, maybe it's like referring back to like the girlfriend or something, or like the mom of the
Mhm.
girlfriend, right? And also, I love the line, "I wish all my kids would stop dressing up like Richard Hell." It comes out of nowhere. It's just like really interesting. Like, just like he just kind of pulls these references
Wait,
out
who
of
is
nowhere.
Richard Hell?
I think he was the basis for television, and he wore a lot of like ragtag kind of clothes,
Mm. Oh
like
yeah,
held
yeah.
by like Satans. It's a lot of like 70s references because like you know this guy's just kind of stuck in the past. He's not able to like let himself like grow. You know what I mean? Because like you know like how some old people they think that like you know they're once you reach a certain age like they don't need to do any more like self reflection or like really like change themselves. Kind of the vibe I'm getting. You know, it's a bit narcissistic.
Yeah. A lot, yeah. I now that you like describe it, yeah, like I definitely agree with that. The narcissism part.
Hmm.
So, you guys just want to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it. Hop into it.
I am invincible in
Wait,
these
is this the?
sunglasses.
Oh, this is the first version. I just realized.
Oh, I was like, it is?
No, it is. No, it's the album version.
Wait, is this the album version? Oh wait. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're all doing good.
Because I just.
You scared me for a second.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah. On the audio version, he say you cannot fucking touch me. So
Yeah.
album.
More
For sure.
like visceral.
Yeah. More polished on the album.
I'm a surprisingly smooth talker, and I'm invincible in these sunglasses. And I am so ignorant now. All I've learned
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Doesn't get old.
the instrumental is just so good.
I know.
Just like listening to it. Oh my god. Yeah, but we are towards the end now,
Mhm.
and yeah, like Black Country New Road released an album like a day ago, right? This Friday,
Yeah.
and check it out. And we're probably all gonna listen to it this month, maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And yeah, um, any last thoughts? Anything else to say?
I just want to say, thanks for having me on. I really had a great time today chatting about Black Country New Road, one
Mm-hmm.
of my favorite bands. So I'm glad that I could, talk about these lyrics, and I've kind of learned new things that I never really like thought about before. And I think it's really awesome. I think it's great.
Yeah, and thank you guys for showing up. You know,
Welcome.
new guest and returning one, right?
Mhm.
And
It was great to be back.
yeah,
Yeah, I
and
love to talk about the interpretation of the song. You had really a good interpretation and what you're thinking about songs. It was great.
mhm.
Yeah. Had some good interpretation,
Yeah.
some good stuff going on.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. And the next episode will probably be on an Animal Collective one. So
Oh.
so that will be interesting. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.